Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. Everybody watch. I've been watching a lot of podcasts because I had a lot to get caught up on. Says if this is the first time watching us, hi and welcome.
Yes,
and if you're returning, thanks for joining us again.
Yes, that's true. That is something that we haven't been saying.
Yep.
As we pile on the numbers of podcasts, we need to start doing that.
Yep. We are on our 16th.
Woohoo!
And it is February 7th, so we will be recording next Valentine's Day, since we record on Tuesdays, whether or not my husband still plans on going on a bike ride. So
okay. Yeah, I don't have any plans. It would probably be done by 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. if I did. So
yep. Let's get to getting.
Sure. Okay. So
we're both wearing purple.
Oh yeah. Hey, different shades of purple, but
yep.
Let's see. Zombie the Podcaster made it out. Whoop whoop. Yay! And people have been knitting away, and I had this great, awesome surprise that Dancing Dog Dye Works was offering kits, and they were $21, and you get a half skein of the green and half skein of the shirt and pant color, the unitard color.
And a wee skein.
And a wee skein of red.
I loved that. It was like,
and that cherry red is so amazing. You're going to want a whole skein of it.
Yeah.
And they sold out before I announced them on the podcast. But Woolly Love, being the wonderful fairy yarn mother that she is letting people PM her or go out to that thread and request a kit, and then she will individually dye them. But they might come a little bit later than the original kits that sold out in the first day. So you can still get the yarn on order, but again, it's going to take some time. And there'll be details out on our forums, and then it'll link over to Michelle's forums, Woolly Love, Dancing Dog Dye Works forums. So that's a little bit of administrative stuff, but very exciting. A lot of people have knitted up and said wonderful things to me about how it's going for them and how they're going to knit a little army of them, and I can't wait to see an army of zombies out there. That'll be awesome.
Yes, that will be awesome.
So that's all I had,
as far as shout outs?
Yeah.
Okay, I have quite a few. If you guys are out on Plurk, you saw I had a awesome mail day yesterday. Annette, 84, had out, she introduced herself out on the thread, and she had her first Fair Isle sweater that she knit and didn't, yes, it's beautiful, and it didn't quite fit her, even though she had gotten engaged, just much like me, and it fits me perfectly. I had high hopes of getting all of these ends woven in today, but I couldn't get motivated.
All the ends in, that's quite, you're kind of half off screen on the one camera. We're doing a 2-camera test.
Yeah. So, well, I was just trying to get it on. So she left all of these in case I needed to lengthen an arm.
Okay.
But I don't really need to. So it's very nice. Thank you, Annette. I sent her some pattern love and a Luffy gift certificate to thank her for the wonderful sweater. This is out of Tree Frog. She sent me the extra skein too in case I needed to make it longer. It's Marabou, I believe. Yeah, Marabou Tree Frog. Or something frog. Bamboo and merino. So voila! Yeah, it was
a lot of work.
It was like being in a swap where somebody knit you a cardigan. Yeah, it was like whoa. So that, thank you very much. Fits perfectly.
It does.
Will complement my work attire very well. There's a bazillion strings here. And then I also, Girl Who Knits, again, I'm off screen here, but I've got, had a go vote for my friend who was on The Biggest Loser. She's got a blog. It's The Girl Who Knits. Go vote for my friend on Facebook, and come back and say you voted, and she did a random number drawing, and I won. So I got some wonderful fabric, some lamb's wool lace weight that she got at a fiber festival, some cashmere hemp. The Girl from the Office.
I've been wanting to read that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mindy Culling. Yeah. Is everyone hanging out without me and other concerns? And then
adorable picture of her on the back.
She also sent me a gift card, which went to Target, which also went in my purse. And the kids have already eaten all of the peanut butter M&Ms that were in the.
That entire bag? There was a big bag.
I helped. So I had an awesome mail day, and I just wanted to give folks a shout out for that. Go check out her blog, and once again, thank you, Annette. I hope you find some wonderful yarn at the Loopy U to replace the yarn that you sent my way. So we'll get right on to odds and ends. That was kind of an odds and ends, although it wasn't really enabling because you. I don't think Annette is going to knit any of you guys a sweater.
No, she's not going to knit us all
nor will
Fair Isle cardigans.
Nor will Erin probably send everybody a package of her favorite things. But we are having a knit-along, and it's getting pretty close. We're going to have, 2 more before we do the drawing?
Right.
So get to knitting. If you've got a shalom where you're,
something that I just can't do while I'm talking, apparently. Okay. Or listening.
If you've got a shalom on the needles and you're keeping up with Amy, you gotta finish up here shortly. But we've got 103 tagged in Ravelry, so we're over the 100 mark, and 58 finished objects, which are a little padded because Tash has 3 in there. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. 3 cardigans in 2 months.
Crazy nutso. And she's still got a couple more weeks. She could probably churn out a few more. And another odds and ends. We're just speeding on through here because we got a lot to do. We got a giveaway coming up. I'm sure you guys are all sitting there like, just be quiet and do the giveaway. We have 700 members. Yay! So thank you, everyone, for joining the knit along and joining the group. And away we go. Buttons giveaway. 2 for the best excuse. 3 random.
Yep.
I've got my phone over here somewhere.
You ready for?
I'm ready. Do you want to do yours first?
Sure. I picked. And where's the Emily K 3661. Her was about
her excuse.
Her excuse was that she was busy knitting all the strippers in Vegas sweaters. So that had this huge visual of, women teetering in super high heels in these big bulky sweaters, because if you're, charity knitting a bunch of bulk, sweaters for strippers, they're not going to be like lace weight or anything.
No.
And I don't know, it was a funny visual to me, and so congratulations, Emily, you got my pick.
Yeah, and if you can PM, let's do me.
Okay.
PM me. I'm closest to the post office.
Okay.
I think I'm a subway walk away to the post office.
Okay.
And I thought that everybody had great excuses.
I know.
In fact,
lots of them.
I changed my mind about 3 times before we recorded here. But I picked Crafting Crone, who said that she knitted herself a canoe. Mm-hmm. And the sides, and then felted the sides, and they came out a different size. And so she got in the canoe, and all she could do was knit in circles.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very, very cute.
So she paddled and would just keep going in circles. She had to cross the Atlantic, right?
Yep, yep. That is...
slow going.
Yes, very slow going at that. But I kind of felt like it was playing apples to apples.
Oh,
like that game where you're like, where they throw out an adjective and you throw a bunch of nouns on it, and you try to pick the one that is the person who's picking sensibility.
Right.
So, yep, very, very cute. But let's get to random. My random number generator. The highest number was 84. The lowest number was 2 because I was the first one. And I'm going to hit generate number here.
33.
33.
2 camera systems, so she was just doing that so that you could
Yeah.
use both.
33.
cameras.
Yeah, we're trying. The video quality has been low because of my conversion, and I can't do a. So we're trying my video camera versus Amy's video camera that saves directly to MP4. For all you geeks out there, Crafting Chrome doesn't have a first name out on Ravelry, but again, contact me. And 33, I wonder if that's the one that we already, if we pick randomly pick the person who we already chose. I don't think we did. 33 is Knitting on the Floor, who was abducted by aliens, but since they don't know how to knit, I promptly demanded that they send me home. But the time difference between my house and space, I didn't make it home until Sunday afternoon, so sorry she couldn't make it. You want to hit generate again?
62.
62. That's going to be on the next page. Thank you very much, random.org, or whoever they use. 62 is Knitting Wolf.
Knitting Wolf.
Yep.
Hey.
Of the Wolf Farms podcast. Every time I tried to leave the farm, zombie chickens attached me with huge eggs filled with sticky plasma, and she couldn't even step out the door. So please contact us, me, Knitting Wolf, and I'm going to hit generate number one last time. 55.
Just scroll up a little.
Yep. 55 is Heather Heathanami.
I think she was one of my test knitters.
I wish I was half as creative as some of the ladies in this thread. Anne Marie. So she just went for completely random, and boy did she luck out.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So if you 5 ladies could send me or Amy, just me, a PM, and I'll get those buttons out the door for you.
Congratulations to everybody who won, and that's pretty exciting. Yeah. So, we might be giving away a few happy random accidents here and there too, just because. So,
and I think we plan to take some along with us to yarn over. So
yeah.
If you
we might have to reorder, but
yep, for sure. All right, so that is, well, I had one more odds and ends.
We'll get to it. Come on.
I'm sorry. I taught
we have enabling to talk
my daughter how to knit. Oh, look at Ellie concentrating on knitting so very hard. Picked out the yarn. It was cheap acrylic from Walmart, but she wanted to skein it. Mom, can we skein? I'm like, you can just pull it. Yeah, so we balled it up, even though it was already in the skein. And I just absolutely love knitting, as you guys know. But like, she's starting to come into why it's so cool, and I just love it because, like, I asked her, like, how many do you want to cast on? 5, Mom, because I'm 5 years old. So we cast on 5, and then she's doing arithmetic, right? She's like, and so I always keep 5, right? And I'm like, yep. And she's like, there's 2 on this needle, so there needs to be 3 on the other needle.
Oh,
and I'm
cute.
Like, how adorable. And she's like, Mom, I can go to knit night now. And I can actually knit instead of like color, and I'm like, she just keeps on, and like, goal setting, right? Like, at first we were just going to do a bracelet, and then it became a headband, and now it's a really long scarf. In fact, it's back in her room. I should have grabbed it, but I didn't want to take credit for it.
Right.
And what else? Just like modular, right? That just a little bit at a time, you end up with a really big thing, and she's just, it's just adorable. I'm just having a blast with it. But I taught my left-handed daughter how to knit right-handed, although I don't know there's really a handedness in knitting. I think it's kind of like reading, right? Mm-hmm. Left to right. Knitting is right to left in most patterns, but she's just making my day every day. Mom, I love knitting so much. I love and you know, she's at the age where it's cool to
be like your mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm just soaking it up because I got 2 more boys after her.
Yeah.
And when she becomes a teenager, I'm sure it won't be like that anymore.
Now, you know, if you had met a man who happened to say my mom taught me how to knit, wouldn't that just be like a plus?
Yeah.
It was in my book. I mean, you know, and it wasn't even like, I don't know, it's just like, oh, you let your mom do something crafty with you? How cute. You know, it wasn't, I don't know. So knitting is, you know. Like
I'm sure that my sons someday might show an interest in it, right? I mean, they see enough of me doing it that they might be like, Mom, I want to do that like you and Ellie.
Yeah, Lucy wants to, but she's not there yet. She just turned 4, so.
Yeah. And I think about, you know, a couple months ago even, Ellie wouldn't have been there. Like, she's just like now getting to where she can kind of sit down and it calms her and keeps her in one place and she can stay focused on it. Okay. Whereas before, I don't know that would have been the case. But yes.
My geek out is that I taught my son to play Settlers of Catan, and he has been so obsessed with it ever since. So we get to play that a couple times a week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I passed on some geekiness. It's just not knitting.
Yeah. All right. I blocked as far as finished objects, I don't have anything that I finished knitting, but I used my Inspinity wires. And if you want an infomercial on how awesome they are, watch last week's Knittables, because Diane talked about how they were magical. And it was very nice. Instead of like pinning out 5 bazillion different spots or trying to weave a very rigid wire through, it was just kind of like sewing. It was like, you know, they're nice and pliable. And this is a really nice size for me.
Yeah. And I will second Diane's, like, if you can afford, you know, it's a good tool. And it's something that, you know, I would recommend for people who are like, yep, I need blocking wires, right? So I think that my rigid ones were 20, and then a smaller set of these is 30, I think, and then a larger set of these is 50. So, I don't know, for the extra $10, I'd almost go with the non-rigid ones to start with, and then you can do everything with them. But I do like having a set of rigid and a set of flexible.
Yeah, I did, just because I was worried about I had a lot that I had to block out here. It was very conical. I used the rigid up top here, and then around the arch, the circle of the arch, the circumference of the circle, I used the Inspinity ones, and that was a nice mix. I would get some longer ones, because I think you can probably see where it kind of
joined them.
Yeah, where I had to join them up in the middle. But yeah, very, very wonderful blocking experience. I saw in Plurk today somebody said they were blocking theirs, and they probably did an 800-yard one versus my 400-yard one. It took them like 3 or 4 hours, they said.
Wow.
Because they pinned each individual point. And I think mine probably took like an hour tops.
Okay.
So, took a bath and then got blocked. So I'll just wear it the rest of the podcast.
Very cool.
Yes.
Finished objects for me. I finished my Dustlands.
Oh, cool. And you said you definitely wanted the FO for that.
Yeah. So, well, and I do like them. I mean,
yeah, they're very cool.
I was contemplating giving them to my swap partner for the dramatic knit swap, the musical swap.
What was the musical?
They picked 3. So it was Wicked, Rent, and Parade. And I hadn't seen Parade or heard of Parade, but so I don't know. If that's something they're very interested in, it could be just a little extra something, because I have a lot of things planned for them, but this was not planned for them. I I like in swaps to do things that are specifically for them, and I started these for me. So I mean,
Yeah, the subtle tonal variation in the yarn, so like it's almost kettle dyed, right?
Yeah, this is Suey Bui or whatever. Should we?
It just really pops with all the texture changes. I love it.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I know that when people do plain stockinette with this, they don't like it because it just really looks kind of weird and pooly and stripy. Maybe even more stripy than they were expecting. They wanted it to be more of an overall. But I think when you put this much texture in it, it's a great yarn for that.
Well, but they could stay at my home. Sorry.
They probably fit your forearms better than mine.
Yeah.
Got a little tight down here because I got big forearms, but Popeye. And then I got a hoe. Oh. So I am.
We didn't plan that.
Hello. Yeah. We did not plan that.
There was a little bit of harmony there.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
So you can kind of see the stitch pattern. I'm gonna hold that up.
Yeah. So, hands make the best sock blockers, don't you think?
Well, I'd bring one, but yeah. Be prepared. Whatever.
Yeah.
Prepared. Pasha.
What's that?
So that's all I had. 1.5.
All right. I have a temporary work in progress here. This is my lar. I did 11 inches.
That's pretty.
Yes. And you can see where the wool mise was, it kind of, you get a little stripe in there.
But it looks good.
Yeah.
It's not pooly, it's more of a gradual stripe.
Yeah, ripple. More of a kind of...
Yeah, it's not flashing.
And so I took the 11-inch leap of faith and got up to the pleating.
Yay.
And it does indeed still fit.
Yay.
So I don't know once it gets to the girls how that's all going to work, because it doesn't, I don't think the pattern has increases or whatever. But if you guys watched the Knit Girls in the last episode on screen, Lala frogged hers. So did you bring yours? Are we just going to frog ours on screen too?
Sure. Let's see. Oh, no, wrong bag. All right.
Oh, you've got quite a bit too. How much you got?
Almost 3 inches. Yeah.
Are you gonna go? Were you gonna go like 11 or? Let's not. Like I would rip out this much.
There's no way.
No, not even with 3 inches. I wouldn't rip it out. So I'm gonna complete mine, and she's gonna complete hers. And Laura, you are gonna be jealous, like totes jealous. You're gonna be like, those are beautiful. So.
And we'll have a Woolmies garment.
yes, a garment made out of Woolmies. How wonderful. So that is
Woolmiza.
Yes, or however you say it.
I think Woolmies is cute.
Yeah.
So that's how I say it.
So that is one work in progress, and the other work in progress is my serrated scarf. I'm not in a real great place.
So she's showing you her test knitting for her pattern.
Yes, yep. This is my prototype for my pattern. I'm knitting a half hexagon, so 3 triangles here, and we've got some ziggy zaggies, and I've got some border. This is about, I've got one more pattern repeat that I'm going to do. Just hold up the center here.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how the border works out.
Yeah, yep. And so if anybody is interested, Amy's taken a look at it and given me a little bit of feedback, but anybody interested in test reading or test knitting it, give me a holler. I don't feel comfortable letting other folks knit something that I haven't myself knit yet first, because it's in my head and I want to make sure it looks like it, and I don't want to keep on changing things underneath yet. But I could see it like by the end of February being ready. I've made quite a bit of progress thus far, so it'll be for a half hexagon, or you could do it as a triangular. I'm writing it up as such.
Either
or, yes.
Fancy.
So if you're not a half hexagon, I like the half hexagons because they wrap around better for me.
And can you continually add
length? Yeah, length. So you could make it 800 yards or 400 yards, or the pattern is written such that you can do as many pattern repeats as you want.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
yeah, that's happening. I couldn't let Amy be a designer and add me into the stockinette zombie designs and
Right.
not add something. So it's not rocket science by any means, and it probably will be free / a pittance at the end. I was talking to folks about it, and they were like, "Well, if it's anything that you had to like write a chart up for, you might want to charge just a little bit because that's your time." I'm like, I would just probably sink it back into the podcast, any money that we got.
Shipping for things or
Yep.
This is true.
So probably I don't know. The details are forthcoming, so I won't
She hasn't
waste
fleshed
our time.
anything out. She's
No.
just
Yep, I'm just knitting on it in front of you, so I thought it'd be rude not to show it to you. But if you like it and you want to be in line to give it a whirl, this is 400 yards of TML. Mine's gonna be the border here shortly because I'm a small scarf / shawl knitter. But that is my 2 works in progress.
okay. I have made tons of progress on
I
stuff.
see that. Holy buckets, that's about done.
Yeah. So this only has 2 more balls of yarn and I think about 4 more inches of length on it, and it will be done. Well, it's got a little, like, I gotta do the sleeves, but they're short. They're very short. They're like 4 rows or something. So 4 rows would be no problemo after all of this.
Yeah.
And this is actually inside out because it's supposed to be reverse stockinette. And then I went ablazing on my Shalom. So I got this much left, and I thought maybe you could like give me another ball
Yes.
so that I could continue.
You might need 2 more balls to get some pockets if you wanted to try to do pockets, because my pockets took like a ball, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
depends on what size you want your pockets. Mine got a bath, and OMG, does this
feel better.
Yeah, it's so
awesome.
much nicer once it's been washed up.
She'll be out looking for D-stashes.
Yes.
Get
Cork.
another big bag of cork.
Yeah, because it's discontinued.
Yeah. So I got that far, and I only have half a ball left of what Megan gave me to start with, and I might need 1 more to get a desirable length, and I guess 1 more if I want pockets, but I haven't decided yet if I want pockets or not.
2 more weeks, right?
Yep.
I'll have to wear mine next week so that you can see my beautiful pockets and be like, ooh, I must have them.
There you go.
Yes. But then you're going to be
Convince me.
sprinting.
This
Last
is
week
true.
To get those pockets in.
Well, I don't know. I definitely, I worked on it like gangbusters, and then I went, oh my gosh, I don't want to run out of yarn and be sad because like I wanted like another inch or 2 of length, and so I'm just gonna put it down, see Megan, get the next ball, and then I can finish.
Yeah.
And it'll be just that simple. I think that we, had a few hours of driving this past weekend, and that's what this was. Just a couple hours of driving and woof, flying off the needles. And then you saw my LAR. I have
Intact.
You're never gonna live this down, Laura.
You're not.
So we have 3 inches, and I am loving the color, and I can't
yes.
wait to get it.
Yours doesn't have much
to the bust.
I guess mine was a word different, but yours doesn't have a lot of. Well, I guess I see some color.
Yeah, there's color variation in it. It's definitely not a solid, but it's working up nicely, just like Megan's. I mean, just nothing too.
Oh, and it's so nice.
Odd.
Oh, it's so nice.
And then I'm gonna make sure that I didn't have any more whips hanging out. Real quick.
Do you want me to talk?
Yeah, talk.
Up next, I'm going to be doing a large cardigan. I've got the yarn all balled up. In fact, I got it all balled up, and somebody contacted me and was like, "Can I buy a skein of this from you? I knit a sweater up and I'm short." And I'm just like, I just balled that up, and I'm gonna, if I get to the end and I've got a whole skein left, and all I've got is the sleeves. I'll think about selling it to her. That's what I said, because I'm like, I really want this. And the pattern, the larch was written with alpaca, and it's alpaca, sport alpaca with Madeline Tosh in the Baltic colorway. It's the Amy Christofferson KAL for 2012 Sweater Odyssey. And so, yeah, that's going on the needles next, and I need to get with you on what, I love your green that you knit your zombies up in with. So I want to knit a zombie, but I don't like any of my greens for zombies. So I'll have to, is yours a loopy U solid or?
The greens
your
that my little ones are Malabrigo lettuce.
Oh, okay.
But we had gone to our meetup, and the lettuce that the that the lady there had was different than my lettuce. My lettuce was a little darker, but I did get mine at the Loopy U.
Okay.
So
I could give it a go.
And then I have tons of it still. But I found one more whip. It's a little baby hat for a baby shower that's going to be this weekend. So you might not see this again. Except maybe in project pages, but it's just a made-up little pattern that I figured that this baby is going to have a giant head just by going with what the parents and so I'm knitting it a little bit bigger and hoping that it will fit the baby.
What's the yarn?
I can't remember. And it like creatively dyed, I think, from the Loopy U in their worsted weight base, and yeah, just 100% merino superwash.
Cool.
But yeah, it's bleeding on my fingers though. I'm gonna have to wash it and maybe set the dye again, and I don't know. It's turning into an epic fail, but I definitely have gifts on order, and they're supposed to be here tomorrow. So if this doesn't happen, I'm covered. It'll be okay. I don't have to knit her something.
Yeah. Do you have an up next? No, you said yours was swap stuff, right?
Swap stuff, yeah. I'm just kind of working on things for swap partners, and I don't want them to be spoiled because I know they watch.
Oh.
So
I don't know whether or not my,
or at least they're in our group. And
my
active.
dramatic knits folks, folk person watches, but yeah, I've got that on the docket as well.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so I've been doing that, and then I probably really want to start doing Nerd Wars things, and so those will be little things that, I should be able to just blaze through. I don't know, though.
So did neither one of us have a FO this week?
Huh?
No, you had the Dustland mitts.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe neither of us had a FO like the first time.
No, I haven't cast on anything new except for this hat. So, I mean, I've been trying to blaze. So I got sweaters that are almost done, and I have Dustland mitts that are done, and I got a hoe, and I'm power through. I need to get these whips down, and then I have this secret knitting going on. So
yeah,
like there's other things going on, and I feel like I've knit 11 inches of a large.
Yeah.
I've been like going a little crazy.
All right. Acquisitions and enabling.
Yay, I have some. Ooh. Some of my fictional yarn came, and it is beautiful.
All right.
And we're back.
Yeah, we had 2 cameras, and both of them kicked off for us. One ran out of go-go juice battery, and the other one ran out of space to record. So we're going to start on enabling. So this might seem abrupt, like, where did they go? Oh, now they're back. Why aren't they wearing silly hats again?
Alright, they're sitting. Oh, we should have switched places. That would have been.
And then we could back. Alright, so let's do this again. Let's see if we can do it just as good this time. I bought this Dream in Color Presents special edition cashmere blend worsted in the dark pool or dark currant dark something colorway. It's kind of a burnt. They have a scorched lime that is also very beautiful.
I have something, the aqua jet. I think that's scorched.
And it's got extra cashmere, twice as much cashmere. So I got 4 of these to make some lovely sweater. And I'm calling this precog yarn because I ordered it Saturday night after the kids went to bed. So after 8 o'clock, post offices were closed, and it got here somehow yesterday, so Monday. So post office isn't open Sunday, but yet my yarn was in the air, in the airplane, flying here to be delivered during the day on Monday. So they must have known that I was going to order it in advance and mailed it before I actually bought it. Like in, what's that, what was the movie called? With the precogs? It had Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, he could do the screen thing with his fingers. I can't remember.
And the ball came down. If it was a red ball, it was a crime of passion. And so, precog yarn buying. Eat Sleep Knit knew that I was going to be buying it and shipped it before I actually bought it.
Maybe they have prepaid mailer type things and they can just stick it in a distribution center, and they did.
But it had, I mean, it was coming from Georgia to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it got placed in the mail on Sunday. I just don't understand how
you really bought it on Thursday and you just forgot.
No, seriously. I even went out and checked the credit card statement because I'm like, how the hell did this get here so fast? And then now I've lost the card.
I think it went this way.
Oh. Carolyn of brightlight.etsy.com, Bright Light Crafts, or brightcraft.etsy.com. She has 2, I guess. I've been really liking my drawstring bag, so I wanted one with a flat bottom, though, because my MrYarn.com doesn't have a flat bottom. It's just the sleeve. And so I was out on Etsy looking, and there's some cute birds, and a nice satin drawstring, and there are pockets on the inside. We're going to be more succinct this time.
Okay.
And I contacted her on your guys' behalf. I was going to try to totally enable and asked her if she had like a free shipping code, but she said she keeps her prices so low that she didn't have one. But this bag was $12, and the tall, which is, you said 3 inches taller.
Like it goes from 11 to 14, I think.
Yeah, was $16. So with shipping, with $2.50 shipping, was very, very reasonably priced bag. And I like it, so thank you, Carolyn. And that is my enabling.
Oh, okay. So here's the 2 things that I got. Sock yarn. So I got some Dancing Dog Dye Works that fell into my cart because I happened to catch an update when I was paying for a pre-order. And it's Party in the Doghouse. Woot woot. And then I had sent away a while ago, but we had only finished our discussion recently because it came really quickly. From 716X Knit, I got the I need to go find something slutty to wear colorway.
And Amy messaged me and said that I asked her what colorway she got, and she said I need to find something slutty to wear. And I was like, but what was the name of the colorway? She's like, that was it, smart ass. And I was like, I'm sorry. I really, it was like blonde moment, right? I was like, I really thought that that's what you were saying. Like, we needed to go out and you needed to find something slutty to wear. So, fun with color names. Colorway names.
So, and then here's kind of a comparison. Like, this is very neon.
Yes.
And very, to me it's like 80s, jellies and hot pink and lime green. Neon green, not lime, neon green. And then, this one's just bright and cheerful and wonderful, but just so subtle compared to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But I love them both, and I'm excited. Now, granted, it's one of those things that there are just going to be lovelies in my stash that I'm going to think, how bright and wonderful. I'm not going to be able to get to knit them right away because I have so much sock yarn. But I do love these dyers, and I am enjoying these yarns a lot. And And again, Dancing Dog Dye Works. Go order your kit, your zombie kit, so that you can enjoy in the wonderfulness. She has shop dates every once in a while, usually on a weekend, so Saturdays, I think, at around noon her time, which is 2 our time. She's on the California coast. And so she does weekend updates, which sometimes is kind of nice, because if you're not at work, hovering over your computer and trying to catch, a Friday update from some of your favorite dyers, you're not going to catch them. And hers are on Saturdays. So,
cool.
And again, she's taking pre-orders for that zombie yarn and maybe a few others. I've been reading a lot of forums, so I know that there's another one coming, another pre-order. So if you watch podcasts, be on the alert. There's another one coming. Not from us, but somebody else. Somebody wonderful and nice.
Laughing
and saintly. She's wonderful.
I would even go to say she's delightful.
Now we've got the giggles. And
yes.
We can't stop.
I was just going to say that we are both trying very hard to be original for Steve of Dramatic Knits, because I watched his podcast, and he was like, yeah, if I just do all these knit-alongs with all the other podcasters, what they're doing, then why even watch? Because you just have to watch one and you know what everybody else is doing. So I'm trying very hard to be original for you, Steve. Yes. Own pattern.
Yeah.
Own pattern.
I don't think anybody else is knitting this with me.
Rosamond's.
So, yeah. But,
okay.
Yeah. I think we're good.
I think we are. Again, contact me
I
if
think
you
we're
are
awesome.
Totally. I'm kind of a big deal, didn't you know? Contact me if you're interested in test knitting this or test reading it. Contact me if we announced you as a winner. And thanks for watching. Thanks for coming up with some really great excuses. And thanks for, thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Ufta.